Welcome to Emax 2, Louis Sherry Shell here. In this video, we are going to talk about how can you recreate the full frame view from a 24mm lens when you're shooting APS-C size sensor. As you can see, I have in my hands the Sony Alpha A7 IV. This is a full frame camera. As we all know, most people would put a 24-70 on this camera and they would let it live on that A7 IV for shooting full frame. Now, if you want to shoot 4K 60, the Sony Alpha A7 IV basically turned to a crop sensor, 35mm APS-C size sensor. My son, which is a little bit very difficult, he starts shooting on his channel. If you want to subscribe, go ahead. The channel is Louis Does Tech. You can go ahead and subscribe to his channel. And he kind of like the framing he has at 24mm while shooting full frame. That boy started bugging me. Therefore, I go ahead and put some money to buy the Sigma 14 to 24mm. When you want to shoot now at 60p, I don't know for what reason, because myself, I like to shoot at 24 frames per second because that's what is more cinematic to me, but he liked the smoothness of the 60 frames per second. So each time he tried to shoot and he sees like he could not get the framing he started with, he kind of like didn't want it. So therefore, I put some money to buy the 14 to 24 f2.8, which is a very good lens. If you are vlogging, I would not recommend this lens because this lens is heavier than the camera itself. It's gonna be top heavy on the Sony A7 IV. That's why I would not recommend it. But if you want to have a 24mm look on the APS-C size sensor when shooting 4K 60 on the A7 IV, this lens, I can recommend this lens because it will give you that even a little bit wider. And to me, this lens become very important at this time, since we all know that Sony just released the FX30, the baby FS3. This is basically a cinema line camera that has a lot of mount where you can just mount stuff into your camera to make it even a little bit bigger. So I would say this lens will kind of help you because we all know the FX30 also crop when you're shooting 4K 120 frames per second, but I'm sure with the 14mm you can at least recreating a 26 to a 28mm when shooting with such a lens. And what I like the most is because when you put a full frame lens on those APS-C size sensor, you're basically shooting in the middle of that glass. That make it not even have any some kind of sometimes, you know, when you're shooting, the corners can have a little bit not as sharp as the middle. This will be sharp across the line because the sensor size is smaller than the lens. If you like the video, I would like for you to give us a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like I said, the channel of my son is Louis Does Tech. He review a bunch of stuff that he likes to review, and we just made a video to talk about this lens, how important it is, especially if you want that shoot with APS-C size sensor. And I would even recommend it if you want a better glass to put on your ZV-E10. This glass can also very good for it. Thank you for watching again. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, give us a like, and we will have the link on the description down below if you're looking to purchase this lens. I mean, it's gonna be affiliate lens, so we will get a small commission out of it at no cost to you. Give us a like, subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video.